No, David, you may not open one present. All right, who here gets to open a present like on Christmas Eve? It's and who here has to wait? Yeah, about 50-50. Yeah. I have to wait. Okay, so now it's Christmas Eve, right? Go to sleep, David. But it's hard to go to sleep on Christmas Eve, isn't it? Do you? Well, that's good because, now what's David looking for? Right, but you guys know that Santa will not come if you're awake. Right? Yeah, he only comes to your house when you're asleep. And you know what? Even when you're a grown-up, it's hard to go to sleep on Christmas Eve. Like, I frequently stay up till 3:30 or 4 in the morning. It's called some assembly required. You guys, now, wait till you see this. Okay, it's Christmas. No Christmas for you, David. Look at that. He got a lump of coal. And a note from Santa that says, "Dear David, sorry, you were naughty. Love, Santa Claus." Jeez. But wait a minute. Wake up, David. You were dreaming. I know, it's an old trick. But how many people here have had that dream? Has anyone here dreamt that Christmas didn't come? I guarantee you will all have that dream sooner or later. Yeah, it's awful. So, it's Christmas. Yes, David! It's Christmas! And then the cool thing about Christmas is, it's like the biggest yes of the whole year. And you know what makes it so great is all those no's that lead up to it. Because, you can't do this, and you can't do that, and you can't have this. And then on Christmas, it's yes to everything. So it's like, can I open my presents now? Yes, David! Can I have another cookie? Yes, David! Will you play games with me? Yes, David! Can I drive the Ferrari? No. You almost got me. And then at the end of the day, everybody's all full of food. David's got his fire engine. And the real note from Santa says, "Dear David, Merry Christmas, love, Santa." And that's the end. All right, so, you guys want to learn how to draw, David? Has anyone here already seen me do this? Yeah. Can you sit through it again? Yeah.
Squeeze behind you.
All right. Oh, I've done it. I'm a professional.
No, that's not your dad. You gotta take it. Just see your dad.
So, close. All right. Can you see that okay? So we're just going to draw David's face and head today. So what shape is his head? Right, but it's not a perfect circle, because David's not a perfect kid. It's kind of a lumpy little circle like that. And then, he's a pretty happy kid, so we'll draw him smiling. And then there's those teeth. Yeah. You know what, a lot of kids ask me, why are David's teeth pointy like that? And you know what I think it is? Cool. I think it's because David doesn't brush or floss. And his teeth are starting to rot. When I was David's age, my best friend's name was Andrew Dittman. Jill knows Andrew Dittman. And Andrew Dittman never brushed, and he never flossed, and he would only eat cheeseburgers and candy. And his teeth turned all brown and started to rot and get pointy. Do you remember those? Remember Andy's teeth? So anyway, about a few months ago, I was up in Seattle, Washington, and I was talking to kids just like you, and it turns out that Andrew Dittman lives in Seattle. And the next day I got a phone call. And it said, "David Shannon?" And I said, "Yes." this is Andrew Dittman, and I hear you've been telling stories about my teeth. And I said, that's correct, and they're not very nice stories. So I had a nice chat with Andy, and it turns out that those were his baby teeth. And when he got his grown-up teeth, he started brushing and flossing, so they look very nice. And he said it was okay if I kept telling stories for him. So now let's draw David's nose. What shape is his nose? Triangle, right. But again, when you're drawing David, don't use a ruler, okay? Because it's not a nice straight triangle. It's kind of this weird, lumpy, old crookedy thing like that. And that's because I've broken my nose 4 times. Yeah. You guys want to know how I broke it the last time? Well, the sliding glass door was closed. Yeah, I ran into it. I thought it was open. Yeah, it's just like a bird, you know. So, but listen, there's always a bright side to things. And in this case, my nose used to be all curved like that from breaking it. But the last time I broke it, it straightened it out. Nice, huh? So now we're going to draw David's nostrils. So he has one nostril. Now, usually, not always, but usually, his left nostril is a little bit bigger than his right nostril. And that's because David's left-handed. Yeah. So his left nostril gets a little bit more of a workout. And his eyes are kind of goofy too. He's got one eye up here, but the other eye is down here. And that's because my face is lopsided. And one of my eyes is higher than the other. Okay, I'll show you. I'm going to hold my head first so that my ears are level, and then I'll tilt my head so that my eyes are level. And you'll be able to see the difference. And I'll come all the way around so you guys can be patient. I'll loosen up. Okay. Ready? Here, my ears are level. And now my eyes are. Ears. Thought I was getting it. Ears. 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 Is that weird? You know what else is? You know what else is weird? It's getting worse. Isn't it? It's getting worse, yeah. Oh man. So I'm gonna probably wake up when I'm an old man, you know, get out of bed, stretch, go. Now, David's eyebrows, they're kind of strange too. He's got one eyebrow that goes like that. Well, that's his naughty eyebrow. He's always thinking of doing something naughty. One time I asked a bunch of kids, I said, anybody here have a naughty eyebrow? And this one kid said, no. But his other eyebrow goes like this. And that's the eyebrow that says, I didn't mean to. It was an accident. Nobody told me. I forgot. Honest. Here, I'll show you how that works. Back here. I didn't mean to. It was an accident. Now, when you're drawing David's ears, this is a weird thing. David's ears don't have holes. And that's because David doesn't listen. And then he's got this hair, very short haircut. I think you guys call it a buzz cut. But when I was a kid, we called it a pig shave. Isn't that an awful term? I've heard a couple kids lately, though, call it a total, which I thought was pretty funny. So, oh, my dad gave me a total. My dad used to give me a total too. Except he could never get the sides even because first he'd line them up with my ears and then he'd line them up with my eyes. And then he's also got a little cowlick right there. See, my cowlick is right here. Let's see, who's got one? Well, you've got a nice buzz cut, that's for sure. Do you have a cowlick? Are you hiding a cowlick? There's one over there. Yeah, you got a nice cowlick. The reason it's called a cowlick is because it looks like a cow came up to you and went, yeah. I saw a little kid yesterday that had so many cowlicks, it looked like he ran into a herd. They all loved him. Okay, so this is a Christmas book, though. How are we going to make Santa look Christmas? A hat. Yeah, that's a good idea. Put a hat on it. You better color that in, too, huh? Oh, now here's something cool. When you color David in, you don't have to worry about staying in the lines. You know, David's not very good at staying in lines. And it turns out that when you don't have to worry about that, coloring is way more relaxing. So, like if you guys have had a hard day at school, you can come home, pop a box of juice.